All right, so feet together, top of the mat. Believe in yourself. Hands together at your heart. And a little more volume. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. As you press gently into your palms, I want you to lift your heart a little higher. And as your body begins to stretch upward, I want you to keep feeling your feet on the ground. And know that this moment, just like every moment in our lives, this is precious and should not be taken for granted. Cool breeze on your skin, surrounded by like-minded people, about to do something really good for yourself. Mind, body, spirit. Let's really cultivate a beautiful breath, deeper than you would normally. So it's a breath of consciousness and awareness, not just the normal breath that happens automatically. Breathe so it feels like it's good to be alive. I want to see your collarbones rise. I want to see your body have this really gentle and beautiful inflation, this little bit of animation. That's it. Now you guys look better. And you know, as soon as you tuned into that breath and you actually used your breath throughout your body, you actually began to do your yoga. Now, on your next inhale, let's reach our arms up high to the sky. Just stretch up till it feels so good. Interlace your fingers together and then turn them inside out. Push up through the heels of the hands. And then press down through your feet and give me a little stretch to the right. So just a little stretch to the right. And as you feel your feet push down, push both of them. And then push up through both hands. Give me one more breath, a breath that inflates and animates. And then come back up to center and just take a little stretch to the left. You don't have to bend halfway over. You just have to stretch till it feels good. Can you imagine if we just did the poses to the point where it just felt good? And there was no competition and there was no like feeling like it had to be deeper. Because you know what? Like deeper isn't the goal. The goal is actually more space.
Don't let it go.
Let's come back up to center. Release the arms down and just notice, just breathing and a little bit of movement, you already feel better. It doesn't take much. Inhale, arms reach. So try not to kill yourself today. That's my job. I'm going to put it out there and see what you do with it. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Step back, plank pose. Plank is an opportunity for you to feel how your body can integrate and work like a team. So don't let your hips sag. They're the heaviest part of you. Lift your knees. Keep your legs strong and take your gaze out to the front edge of your mat so your spine feels long. That's it. Take one more breath right there. And then start to move a little forward. It might feel funny in the wrists. Move a little forward, bend your elbows, and put everything down gently.
And I wish I was
That's
there.
it. Inhale for cobra. That's a little baby back bend. It is small and mighty. It's one of my favorite poses. I want you to feel your legs long behind you like a snake and your feet are on the mat. So press the feet down, lift the knees up, and then really lengthen your spine. Open your heart, draw your elbows back, and take another breath. And then as you exhale, release the back bend, tuck your toes, and lift your hips all the way up and back into downward facing dog. That's it. Press through your hands. Lift your hips a little higher. I want you to feel like you're trying to push your mat away from you. That's it. Let your head hang free. No tension in your neck. So funny how like some of you in plank we're letting the head hang, and then in down dog you have your head lifted. Right? So we're trying to get the tension out of the body. Take one more breath, give a little push, and then look at your hands and start walking your feet right up to the top of the mat. Good. Come halfway up. Inhale. And then fold deeply as you exhale. I want to do that 2 more times. So inhale, halfway up. Make your back flat. Really reach your chest out. And then exhale, fold. Last one. Fingers stay on the shins. So push your fingers into your legs. As you push into the legs, you make the chest come out more. Widen your collarbones. Feel your shoulder blades move into your back. This is an actual pose. It's not just like a chance to take a breath. I want you to feel the work in your core. Take another breath, and then exhale, fold, let the head down. Now all of that work to come up into that flat back, we're going to create that and do that as we come to standing. So lift your head, lift your chest, push into your feet and come all the way up. Reach high to the sky and then draw your hands right to your heart. Good. That's called Surya Namaskar A, the salute to the sun. The sun that brings energy and life to everything on the planet. So could we do that together, knowing that there was a design, there was a reason, there was a purpose? We wake up in the morning and we give our gratitude to the sun. Inhale, arms reach. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Fold humbly, bow your head. Lift and lengthen on the inhale, lift your heart. And then go to plank, integrate your body. Strong legs, strong arms, strong core. Then bend the elbows and with grace, lower slowly. Inhale into cobra, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. That's really good. So it looks like most of us have that rhythm. Most of us get the poses. If you need to modify anything today, please do. If you want to take a break at any point, you can. Some of you are teachers and advanced practitioners. If you have other modifications that you like to do, feel free. I've got to keep it to the middle so I serve everyone well. So I absolutely give you permission to back off or to dig in so that you're serving yourself. Take a breath. It's okay, leave it in. It'll come up. Yeah. All right, look at your hands. Let's walk our feet to the top of the mat. Halfway up, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Now, flat back, all the way up. Lift your head and chest first. Push into your feet. Keep that belly in and reach. And then hands right back to the heart. We've got one more round. Inhale, arms reach. Do it like you mean it. Exhale, forward fold. Breathing and moving transforms your body. Inhale, lengthen. Good. Go to plank and then lower. Lower a little forward and down. Inhale into cobra. And then exhale, take it back into downward facing dog. Remember that you're giving yourself a little push. The handprints really matter. Otherwise, the weight starts to fall forward into the wrist and into the shoulder, and your arms are not as strong as your legs, so it makes sense that the energy and the weight of the pose moves back. Give me one more here. Push back a little bit. And then look at your hands. Walk your feet right up to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway up. Exhale and fold. Sorry, when I get near the statue, it cuts out. I'm going to get away. Inhale, flat back all the way up. Go ahead. Lift, arms reach. And then hands to your heart. Okay. Inhale, arms reach. I know you get mad at me every time. Exhale, forward fold. And you think I'd know better after like 6 years of doing this. Halfway up, inhale. Step back and lower. Take it down slow. Use your muscles. Inhale into cobra. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. This time we're going to do a lunge. So the right foot's going to step forward. You're going to stay on your left toes. Try to make your stance kind of long and kind of wide. And then rise up into that high crescent lunge. So the standing poses challenge us in a different way. We have to pay attention to building the foundation, rooting through the feet. The only thing you've got on the back foot are 5 toes, so feel all 5 of them on the mat. Make the back leg a little stronger, a little more sturdy. Maybe even lift the knee and straighten it a little bit. Good, I like what I see. Now on the front leg, we tend to overuse the big toe and underuse the pinky toe. Could you make your footprint really solid? Use the whole thing, and then be really courageous and bend into the front knee. Go, go, go. Nice. Inhale, lean back a touch. Ooh, there it is. And then exhale, flow it out. Hands down, step back, and lower. So we're just exploring. We're waiting to see what the sensations are. Yep, exhale, back to down dog. Left foot steps up, stay on the right toes. Start building the pose from the base. Build your foundation. Work from your feet, then your legs, your hips. If you feel like you have a tendency to squeeze to the midline to try to get your balance, try something else. Try pushing out a little bit. Widen the knee so it's right by the middle toes, not by the big toe. So squeezing the knee into the middle is kind of hard for balance. Yeah, bring it forward. Now, a little courage. See what you're made of. Bend that front knee. Come on, come down, come down, come down. It's not going to last forever. One breath, lean back. You've got this. And then exhale, hands go back to the earth. You can say ah as you lower down slowly. Inhale for cobra, a little back bend. Mobility in the spine is important. Exhale, down dog. Press through your hands. I want you to just feel really present in your body. And so we are working with consciousness and intelligence, right? We're using our brains for sure, all kinds of messages in the brain going through your body. But I also want you to awaken your consciousness, and I want you to expand, not just from the work in your brain, but from the work in your mind. So with your mind, you can actually be everywhere in your body. Right now, put your mind into your legs and use them to pull the pose back. That's it. Put your mind in your hands and push the mat away from you. That's it. This is how we create the space. Take one more breath where you are, and then look at your hands and slowly walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Come halfway up. Inhale. Fold deeply on that exhale. Bend your knees this time, chair pose, a little more intensity. Footprints are still solid. And there's a little challenge in the legs. It's okay, they're probably the strongest muscles in your back. Your glutes, not your back, your body. Your legs and your glutes are the strongest muscles you've got, maybe your lats too, and you're using them, right? Reach the arms up. That's it. There's a little work in the back. And in order to keep the spine safe, you want to draw the tailbone down a little. Don't let the butt stick out so much. And also don't tuck it under. Like you really don't want to jam your hips under. You got to let yours out a little. Stick your butt out. Yeah, so some of us have to stick it out. Some of us have to tuck it in. The idea is let's all do that. Let's all stick it out. Stick it out like a crazy person. Yeah, like just stick it way out. Right? And then tuck it under. Feel how weird that feels. Like just tuck it under. Yeah, weird. And then find halfway in the middle. See if you can remember that. That's where you belong. Now come to standing. Beautiful. And release your arms. Not bad. Don't hate the teacher. Inhale, chair pose, one breath. Exhale, forward fold. Fold in. Good. Lift halfway. Inhale. Now, right leg only is going to lunge back, but stay low. Right hand to the floor. Twist open to your left side. That is really beautiful. Your first spinal twist. So we know that the messages of action are happening with your brain. Your brain is sending information through your nerves and you're creating actions. But can you actually take your consciousness into what you're doing here? Can you go into your feet and your legs and create a really good solid foundation? Maybe we even straighten the back leg a little bit more and try to square the hips, so that the pelvis is in neutral when we start twisting and rotating through the spine, through the vertebra. Now, push down the right hand and open that left chest even higher. Yep, open, 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 open. Twist from your waist. And then eyes go down, hands go down. Just take a big step back to down dog. Skip all of the goodies in between, let your head hang. Give me a big inhale and then an open mouth. So good. We're just going to walk our feet forward. That's it. Just walk your feet to the top of the mat, just like we've been doing. And then inhale halfway up. Exhale and fold. Here we go. Bend your knees, chair pose. You can actually stick it out a little, tuck it under a little, and find that halfway spot. It's like this quick little whoop, right? Yeah, it works though, so that we're not creating compression around the sacrum. And we're also allowing ourselves some freedom to move. If you tuck it under too much, you can't sit back. And And so we have to learn. This is how we create intelligence in the body. That's why we have to practice week after week after week. And then eventually these things become steady and effortless. Push through your feet, come to standing. Stretch up high like you mean it. Maybe even stretch back a little bit. And then bring your hands to your heart. Here we go again. Inhale, chair pose, only one breath. And then exhale, fold in. Fold. Lift and lengthen. Left leg is going to take that step back. Stay low. Root your left hand down and give me that beautiful twist open to the right side. That's it. You guys look awesome. Where can you awaken both the intelligence and the consciousness of your mind, your body, your brain? Where can you awaken? Where can you bring your attention? I think sometimes we only feel like the weight on the left wrist, right? Or we only feel the shoulder. Like, what if you spread it out? What if you opened up and spread all of your work out to your hands, your feet, your lengthening of your spine, and then you found your obliques and you really were able to twist your waist. There. Go ahead, twist a little more. And then just put your hand down, like no big deal. Take a big step back. Sometimes those big expressions come with a little drama, right? So then we just take down dog and we chill. This is not a performance art, my friends. Nobody in this park is watching you. No one really cares. No one at home while you're doing it by yourself on your own device. Nobody can see you. You do this for yourself. Push back a little. And then look at your hands. Let's walk our feet right up to the top of the mat. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. Fold halfway. Fold all the way. We just lifted halfway. Blah, 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 blah. Chair pose. When all else fails, just go to chair pose, right? All right, push through your feet, come to standing. Stretch up like you mean it. And then bring your hands right to your heart. Good. Inhale again. Chair pose. This time, pace yourself. Don't kill yourself. Hands are coming to the heart. We're going to twist again. Right elbow outside the left knee. So the twist is going to the left side. And I want you to think about building the foundation from your feet. Notice how you're using your legs. If you can, try to make your hips a little lower than your heart. So bend your knees and lift your chest up. Push into your palms, open wide, and then just let it go. Forward fold, release. Let your head down. That's it. Let the head hang free for a moment. Let your legs have a moment to recover. Come back to that breathing if you lost it. And then we're going to do it again on the other side. We bend the knees. It's so simple. Chair pose, hands to the heart, and then take it to the right side. Left elbow is going to actually touch the leg. So you can push a little bit. You push the arm against the leg so that you can get your chest a little more open. Feet, legs, and hips working. We're not sticking it out too much. We're not tucking it under too much. And we're trying to find the obliques. What if we dropped our butts a little bit and lift our hearts? Yeah, I'd much rather have my heart up in the world than my butt up in the world. Yeah? Yeah? Go ahead and fold. Let it go. You gotta have a sense of humor. Jeez. Right? Let it go. Let the spine hang. Come back to your breath. Notice the awakening in your body. All of the sensations are your body parts speaking to you. This practice allows us the privilege of a deep connection with ourselves in so many ways. Okay, last time, chair pose. Maybe not last, but for this little series anyway. Push into your feet, come to standing. This time I want you to stretch back. So draw the tailbone down, let your spine get really long. Think of it as a chest lift. Reach your arms like you mean it. I want to see fingers lit up into the sky. That's it. And then bring your hands right to your heart. Here we go. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, we're going to flow, forward fold.
I regard myself
Lift
as
and
a
lengthen,
soldier,
inhale,
a soldier of
step,
peace.
step back, both feet back and lower. So it's plank and then to the belly. Inhale into cobra, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. Okay, right foot steps up, stay on your left toes, rise up for high crescent lunge. Notice how much you're using your back leg. Notice how much you're using your left foot. And then bring your hands to your heart. This is what we're going to do. We're going to come forward and balance into warrior 3. And what I want you to do is keep using that back leg. All of those 5 toes, just like when they were on the mat, you could feel them. Very nice work, everybody. Come to standing, bring that left knee to the belly. Stand tall. We're going to do something really interesting here. Push down into your right leg and lift the left one more. Yeah, I knew you had more in there. Do it one more time. Push down, lift up, and then just put it down on the floor. Good. Inhale, arms reach. We got another side. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. Step, step back to plank and lower yourself down slowly. Inhale for cobra, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. So we're getting in a really nice flow. The left foot's going to step up. Stay on your right toes. Come on up for high crescent lunge. And before you get ahead of yourself, before you can even think about going to warrior 3, you have got to find your balance here. You've got to find the action. You have to feel a connection, consciousness in the back leg, and then start to take your weight forward and just lift that back leg slowly. That's it. Keep your hips level. Lengthen through your chest as much as you push back through your heel. And then without touching your foot down, come to standing knee to belly. That's it. We're going to push down into the left foot and lift the right one a little more. We have strength in that hip flexor. Let's do it again. Push down, lift up, and then put it down. Nice work. Arms reach. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Let's come halfway up. Inhale. This time I want you to take plank but hold it. So we're not going to lower. We're going to stay in the upper push-up. We call that plank. And when we roll it on the side, it's a side plank or Vashisthasana. So roll over onto your right side. Face the left. Lift that left arm up to the sky. And then everybody take your left foot, bend the knee, and step it behind you on the floor. Good. Push into that left foot and lift your hips even higher. That's it. Go ahead, have some fun with it. Let your head go back. Lift the hips. Open your heart. Take a little back bend here. Feels really nice if you use both of your feet. And then go ahead, return to plank pose. Roll it over to the other side. That's it. We push down to rise up. And then we're going to lift the right foot, take a step behind you. Push down into the earth and let the pose expand and open. That's it. Open. Let your head back. Breathe. Make sure you're using your feet. Lift those hips, otherwise your shoulder screams at you. And then we return to plank pose. And then lower down slowly. Inhale for cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Let's very slowly, very gracefully start to walk our hands back to our feet. So you're heading to the back of your mat. Come halfway up as you inhale. And then put your hands on your hips. Exhale. On the next inhale, come on up slowly. Lift your head, lift your chest. Beautiful job. Take your hands behind you and clasp them together. Now, early on in the practice, I asked you to interlace your fingers and go above your head. So on this one, we're going to actually interlace the other way. So put the other index finger on top. I know it's behind you, you can't see it, but you can still do that. This is how we keep ourselves young. Yoga challenges our brains. We start to create new pathways and new messages that have to happen from the brain to the body. That's it. Now, bend your elbows and put your knuckles on your lower back. Push down into your feet. Get really stable in the base. And then if you could, lift your chest, draw your shoulders back, and pull your elbows back. So I want you to feel the heart space opening wide. And now we're going to take the arms and stretch them straight out behind us. Just stretch back and try to get them off your body. That's it. Now start to forward fold. As you come down and let the head go, try to keep the action of the shoulder blades drawing toward each other. It's really important that we maintain strength in the upper back. When the upper back muscles get weak, it's very easy for us to slouch forward. So just think about this as toning the muscles of your upper back right now. Squeeze the shoulder blades together just a little bit. Keep the chest and shoulders open in the front. We're just going to take one more breath. And then release your arms, bend your knees. I want you to really bend them. And then pull the belly into the spine. Tuck your chin. So you tuck your tailbone, you tuck your chin, and start to roll up slowly. One vertebra at a time. Push into your feet. Come up slow and controlled. Feel the strength of your core. Uncurl the spine until you're standing tall. Nice work. How are you guys feeling? Good? All right. Inhale. Here we go. Arms reach. Exhale and fold. Forward fold. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. Walk your hands out. Plank pose. Let's take a breath right here. And then slowly lower down. Slowly lower down. We're going to stay on the belly. Go ahead. Stretch your legs back behind you. And now I want you to move your hands back a couple of inches. So move so your hands are by your lower ribs, by the floating ribs. And then just very slowly inhale. Just go ahead and lift your chest, lift your head. Feels different, right? So you don't want to come up so far. Move your hands back. Yeah, push this into the floor. And then just come up a little. That's it. That's it. So it actually limits how high you can come up, but it actually activates way more strength in your back. So start feeling the muscles in your back. That's it. Squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit. Take one more breath here. And then let it down gently. Don't move your hands. All right, here we go again. Inhale, same thing. Push into the heels of the hands. Draw the elbows in. That's it. Feel how strong your back body is. Now I want you to give up a little bit of how high you came up. So back off just a little bit and start lifting your legs off the floor. Not bending the knees. Lift the whole leg. Yes. So your legs are super straight behind you. Your toes are actually quite active. So we're lifting to the same degree. The legs, try to get your knees off the floor. Lift the thighs. Yes. That's it. And then slowly put it down.
And let God.
All right, we've got one more to do.
And let God.
When you're ready, we'll repeat that same thing again. So at the same time, chest and legs off the floor. Just feel it. Little squeeze in the butt. Lengthen the legs, lengthen the spine. Back body super strong. You guys should sing with me on this one. Okay, go ahead, lay it down. Take child's pose for a moment.
People living like they ain't got no mamas. I think the whole world's addicted to the drama. Only attracted to things that'll bring the
Let
trauma.
your back soften for a moment.
We trying to stop terrorism, but we still got terrorists here living in the USA,
right.
the big CIA.
We're going to open up into downward facing dog. So stretch those arms forward, tuck your toes under, and expand your body. Find the space. Stretch your legs back, lift those hips high. Give me that little push. All right, here we go. Right foot steps up to the hands. Left foot's going to turn flat. It's called Warrior One. Rise up. Inhale. Back foot is flat this time. Back leg is super straight. Yep, you want to stand strong in the back leg. Yeah, I really like what I see here. Okay, now, just like before, can we sink in just a little deeper? And then as you sink into that front leg, can you lean back just a little bit? Notice what that awakens. Okay, keep working that, but drop your right arm down by your side and reach the left arm up a little more and give me a beautiful twist out to the right. Right, he's got it going on. You guys should join us. All right, lengthen, reach, create space, take one more breath. And then face forward, both arms up. I know that you have got a little more in there. Let's just straighten the front leg for a second. Give it a break. Straighten the front leg. Take a deep breath in and give me an ah. All right, come on. You can do better than that. Deep breath in. Hear it. Ah. All right, bend into that front leg. Bend it deep. Drop both arms behind your back. Clasp them together either way. I don't care which one's on top. And then fold into a humble warrior. Keep the back foot grounded. Remember, you're building from your foundation. Don't be afraid to bend that front leg. Come in deep. All right, now the safest way to come up from that deep place is to push into the left foot, feel the ground, and come on up slowly. Good. Arms up, inhale. And then this time we flow it out. Hands down, step back, and lower. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale, take it back into downward facing dog. Give me one good deep inhale. Open mouth, ah. Here we go, other side. Left foot steps, right foot flat. Rise up for warrior one. Remember, we're awakening the consciousness in the body. It's not just about physical work, it's about making connection. So we gotta ground that back leg, make it super straight. That's it. And then I want you to bend a little deeper into the front one because you can. Don't sell yourself short. All right, we're gonna drop the left arm down, reach a little more through the right one, and then give me a beautiful twist. Heart out to the left. Heart out to the left. That's it. Make sure your back foot is really grounded. Feel that heel on the floor. Feel the pinky toe on the floor. And twist. Reach. What can we awaken? What do we feel? Where are we breathing? How are we using our breath? It's hard not to look at all of your friends doing these beautiful poses, but can you put your attention back in? All right, face forward, both arms up. As you reach up, straighten the front leg, give yourself a little break. Yeah, say it. Big inhale, I want to hear you. Ah. Arms drop, front knee bends. We're going into humble warrior. Let's clasp the hands behind the back, take a deep breath, and then start to fold. Left shoulder toward left knee. Drop the head humbly. Look at your back foot. Press into both feet. They both have an active role. You could bring left hip back, right hip forward, and make it a little more square. I need you to root down before you rise, so you've got to really make sure you've got that connection. Don't be afraid. Bend the front knee. Bend the front knee. Bend the front knee. Yes, I said bend the front knee. And then come on up slowly. Push down to rise up. You're strong. You're freaking amazing. Reach your arms up. Take a breath. And then exhale, flow. Hands down with your breath. Exhale, lower, slow. Inhale for cobra. Fill your lungs. And then exhale. Take it back into downward facing dog. That's it.
And realize my
Feel.
mistake. But time.
All right. Right foot steps up. This time we're going to change it up a little bit. I want you to put your left knee down. So instead of taking it up in the intensity, we're going to drop the knee down, which softens some of the stabilizing work so that we can go a little deeper and create a little more space. Come on up. Both arms reach. And there's a little back bend here, and your back should be warm, so I think that we can actually go in a little bit. Maybe we drop in a little deeper. Don't be afraid to bend the front knee. And the reason I keep asking you to bend the front knee is so that your back leg, hip flexor, will be opening. That's it. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Okay. Now, hands to the knee. Both hands go on the knee and push into the knee a little to keep your chest up. And then just for fun, without even looking, could you take your weight a little forward so you're not right on the middle of your left kneecap, come a little bit more to the top of your knee, and then bend that knee behind you. Now let's see if we can take one hand, reach back, grab your foot, right? And maybe both hands, reach back, grab the foot. Now instead of trying to pull your heel to your butt, that's not going to be a really nice feeling. That's going to pull on your quadriceps. How about we use our leg power to pull the chest open? Yeah, take your gaze up. That leg is powerful. It can open your chest. Pull the foot back. Don't pull the heel to your butt. Pull your leg back and pull your arms back. Pull your chest back. That's it. Last breath. With grace, let it go. That's it. Go ahead, place your hands down. Let's tuck the left toes under and sweep the right leg all the way up in the air behind you. That's it. Make it feel good. Nope, this one stays down. The other one goes up in the air. Yep, I got you. All right. One more breath here, and then come to plank and squeeze that knee to your tricep. Right? Come forward and squeeze your knee toward your arm. If any of you want to fly there, go for it. I'll give you a breath or two. Otherwise, you just keep trying to squeeze your knee to your arm. Squeeze it, squeeze it. Look forward. Then step back to plank and lower. That's it. Lower down slowly. No drama. Inhale, cobra. Exhale back into downward facing dog. So you know that all of that is optional. Right? Every single thing in life is a choice. Don't do it because I say so. Don't do it because your neighbor's doing it. Do it because there's some kind of feeling inside you like you can and you want to. All right, are you ready? Left foot steps, right knee goes to the mat. We start with that low crescent lunge. The arms are going to sweep up. And that should feel really good. I want you to bend the front knee so you get some pressure off of the back leg. And seriously, if your back knee is bothering you, push more into the top of your right foot. The very top of the ankle and the foot can actually take the pressure off your kneecap. Try that. Push down, see if it takes some of the pressure off. Yeah. Okay. Now, let your hands come to your knee. And we do that so we can push into the knee and let the spine grow a little taller. That's it. And then just see how it feels. Like what? Like, can you do it? Like, can you just bend your leg and let that foot come up behind you? If it came up, reach back with one hand. Do it one at a time so you don't lose your balance. Once you have it with one hand, you grab the other. Now use your leg, pull back. Bend into your front knee. Bend into your front knee. Go ahead, bend in. And then pull back with that leg and open your chest. Lean back. You got to do it in equal measure. There's a push and a pull going on. Hearts wide open. Give it one more breath. You could do it with one hand. You don't have to do it with two. Keep one hand on your knee if it feels better. And then with grace, release gently. Put your foot back down. Put your hands down. And then go ahead and take that left leg all the way up behind you. Oh yeah, one leg down dog is a happy place. We're actually letting the other knee recover. Breath is steady. Now a little bit of strength work just to keep the heat. Come to plank pose. Bring that left knee to the elbow. Left knee comes all the way up to the arm. Some of you know how to fly here. Go for it if you want to. If you have no idea what that means don't do it. Right? Yep. And then we step back to plank and lower. Nice job, honey. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, take it back into downward facing dog.
But let us not forget the truth.
All right. I really like what you're doing today, so I'm going to give you one more standing pose to play with. When you're ready, I want you to look at your hands. Just walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Come halfway up. Inhale. Fold deeply on your exhale. And then with a flat back, let's rise up to standing. Lift your head and chest. Push down into your feet and reach. Good. Hands to your heart. All right, now our feet are on the ground, and I want you to feel what it feels like to just put more weight on the right one. Leave the left one on the mat, but just put more weight on the right one. You feel that? And then just go ahead and put a little weight on the left one. Do you notice how the muscles of that leg just automatically come to action? And all we did was take a little weight off of one and put more in the other. Can you guys feel that? So when we do standing balance, we want to just shift a little. We want to just get the weight into one leg and kind of let the other one feel a little lighter. So go ahead, shift one more time, back and forth. Just notice the engagement and the release. And then we're going to take the weight into the right foot and bend the left knee behind us, just like we did before. The left hand is going to reach out like you're hitchhiking, right? Like thumb up, hand out. Keep going around till you come to the inside of your foot. Thumb is up and your palm grabs the inside edge of your foot near the big toe. Grab the inside. We just put more weight on one leg. That's all we did. Now take the right arm, reach up. And you remember how we were using our leg to create the back bend. We're going to do the same thing here. You're going to pull the left leg back and then start to come forward.
The devotees of the Lord
That's it.
sing and chant
You guys
the
look
names of the Lord
amazing.
to feel the
Push and
ecstasy
pull the
of
same
His
degree. The back leg is pulling, the
This is
front arm
called
is reaching.
Shakti.
Use your core.
which forms the part of
And then no drama. Go ahead, bring it together. Feet on the floor, hands at your heart.
Bhakti does not
That was
come
so
in
much better than I thought it was going to
mere
go.
word symbol.
Let's try the other side.
Together
Because we always do better on the second side because we already have intelligence. We already have information. We have some wisdom. We know what worked. We know what didn't. So we can approach the next side with a little bit better opportunity for success. Shift your weight to your left leg.
He who has
Consciousness and intelligence. It's all happening. That's what makes this yoga. Let's bend the right knee. And just like try not to lean all over into another side. Just like lift the weight off of the other leg. That's it. Then the right palm forward and around till it comes around to grab the inside. Grab the big toe side of your foot with your thumb up. And then left arm reaches. Create the push-pull. Use your leg. Start pulling the leg back. That will tell you how much you can bend forward. You got to pull back and reach forward to the same degree so you're creating balance. That's where the yoga is, right there. Intelligence and consciousness in one action. I love how serious your faces are. Put a smile on, start to let it go. Bring your feet together, hands at your heart. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale and fold. Lift and lengthen halfway up, and then go step, step back, and lower. Come back to the rhythm of your breath. Inhale for cobra, back to the familiar. Exhale for your last down dog. Enjoy the work of down dog. It's a great pose for us to check back in, to use what we know, to notice what we feel. There's got to be body parts that are underworking right now and other ones that are overworking. Try pulling your ribs in a little bit so there's not as much sway in your back. Pull your belly up away from the floor. That's it. And then we're going to come to seated. So I want you to come into your most comfortable seated position.
There's a mama loves Jesus and America too. She's a good.
Take your hands, your left hand first, and just put it on your chest. And then put your right hand on top of your left hand. Feel your heart beating. Feel your breath. Know that those things come before everything else. Just close your eyes and feel it. Your heartbeat and your breath. We are so blessed to be alive, to be sitting here in this park on a beautiful day. So grateful for our bodies that work so hard for us. They do whatever we ask. And even when they can't do it, they try, right? Our bodies are amazing. For our intelligence and for our consciousness, for the way we used our minds today.
All the vampires pass, walking through the valley.
I don't think we spend enough time being amazed with ourselves,
Ventura Boulevard,
acknowledging the miracles of every day. The fact that we wake up and our heart's beating and we get to come out and play in the park,
home with broken hearts, and I'm free.
we need to give that more importance.
Free falling, falling.
We've all been given another day to tell someone that we love them.
Now I'm free. Free falling, falling. Free falling now. Free falling now.
Just take 3 more breaths here.
Falling now.
Be really fully present.
Falling now. Free falling now. Free falling now. Free falling now.
Now, gently unfold your legs. Release your hands. Go ahead and fold forward any way you want to. I'm not going to give you any cues. I want you to honor your body. If you feel like you need a really big stretch, take it. If you feel like you just need to soften, just do that. You could stay upright and just bow your head forward. It shouldn't be so hard for us to figure out what we need. So if during the week, if you're not doing a regular yoga practice, this is your yoga for the week, like what if you just rolled your mat out and put on some music you enjoy and you just started moving and breathing a little bit for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You could even tune in to the live stream, to the feed of classes. If you don't want to think for yourself, we have them all on the website. You can just any day, any time, do as much or as little as you want to, just to reconnect, to keep practicing. On your next inhale, start to lift your head and come on up slowly. I want you to bend your knees, put your feet on the mat, and start to reach your arms forward.
Much. We'll see you in a few minutes.
I wish I was going to see John Mayer in a few minutes, right? So feet are about hip distance apart. Open them up a little bit. Yep. Turn your palms to face each other. That's it. And then lengthen your spine up. Get a little bit taller, and then start to lean back just a little bit. You'll feel the muscles start to hug in. I want you to come to the place that feels like not too much, not too little, but just right. That's it. And then if you would, interlace your fingers together, but let the index fingers extend forward. This reminds me of Charlie's Angels, like when I was a kid. Right? I don't know why. Right? You got to be around my age to get that. Yeah. All right, now, just a little twist from the waist to the right. Just turn past your knee. You don't have to go all the way around because I don't want you to mess up the alignment of the spine or the core work that you're getting. It doesn't take much to twist. That's it. And now that you have the obliques sort of engaged, can you lengthen the spine up a little more? Yes. Open your collarbones wider by pulling your shoulders back. And give me one more breath, the biggest inhale you've taken all day, and then twist deeper on the exhale. That's it. Come back to center and do it to the other side. A strong core is so important for us to be able to function in life, for us to be able to move freely without pain. So keep that belly drawn in, keep your head up. Yeah, spine is tall. We're twisting and breathing and lengthening. It's all happening at the same time. Let's take one more breath in, the biggest one you can, and then twist the whole exhale. That's it. And then release, face forward, and slowly lay yourself down. So I want you to notice the contrast of that hard twist. Like that was a firm, muscular action twist. Now we're going to take a really soft one. Go ahead, pull your knees to your belly. Might feel good to squeeze them a little bit. And then you'll take both knees over to the right side. Go ahead, let your knees go all the way to the right. Open your chest wide and look to the left. Lift. Lift. Pick up your feet. Yes. Yeah. There you go. Let's roll it back to the center. Be sensitive. Take it around to the other side. Keep your core engaged as you make the transition so your spine is supported. So it's stabilized. And the knees go left, your chest is open wide, your eyes go out to the right. Just try to soften. Slowly roll it back to center. Put your feet on the ground. We call it conscious resting pose. The knees are bent, the feet are flat. Just take a couple of breaths. You could put your hands back on your heart if you like it. Again, an opportunity to tune in. Put the soles of your feet together, let your knees drop open.
Look at the ivy on the old clanging wall. Look at the flowers and the green grass so tall. It's not a matter.
Let's take one more breath here. And then start to release. Just bring the knees back up. Let your legs stretch down the mat. Let's take our hands off the body and let them rest on the earth, palms facing up.
I dig it when your fancy dressed up in lace. I dig it when you have a smile on your face. This inspiration's got to be on the floor.
This is the moment where we really truly integrate the intelligence and the consciousness.
It's just warm love.
The body will remember,
And it's ever present everywhere.
and the consciousness will
And it's ever
awaken.
present everywhere. Warm love.
I want you to be fully in your whole body right now, not just in your
And it's ever
breathing,
present everywhere.
not just where you feel the sun shining on your skin, but everywhere. Your brain is in your head, but your consciousness is everywhere in you.
You can bring your guitar along. We'll sing some songs and have some fun. The sky is crying and it's time to go home. And we shall hurry to the car from the phone. Sit by the fire and dry out our wet clothes. It's raining outside from the skies up above. Inside it's warm. present everywhere. And it's ever present everywhere. That warm love. And it's ever present everywhere. And it's ever present everywhere. That warm love. Can you feel it?
Let's go ahead and breathe a little deeply, a little more
And
deeply.
it's ever present everywhere. That warm love.
Let the breath be the first part of your awakening.
And it's ever present everywhere.
Maybe before you move, you just open your eyes and remember where you are.
That warm love.
For this moment, be the witness of you in the stillness.
And it's ever present everywhere. And it's ever present everywhere. That warm love.
When you're ready, you can start to stretch and move any way that you like. And eventually come join me in a seated position.
Trying to read the signs to tell me which way I should go to find the answer. And all the time I know.
All right, so here we are. Here we sit. Hopefully feeling a little more alive, a little more vibrant. It's interesting to actually witness what it feels like to be vibrant and relaxed at the same time. I wish I could give you a really good explanation for how it worked. So the only thing that I could tell you is that I feel like it's just magic. A little breath, a little movement, sprinkle in a little consciousness and intelligence, and then here we are. It's amazing. And it didn't take much. We all felt it in the first 5 minutes. So if you want to feel like this more often, don't be afraid of your mat. It's the place where we grow. Let's bring our hands together at the heart. Sit up a little taller because you can. Get a little support from the bottom. Pull the belly in. And we'll seal the practice today with the sacred sound of Om. So not only does the movement really help to awaken us, what happens is when we make sound, when we express ourselves, we also raise our vibration. And the sound of Om actually starts low, and then it moves to the middle, and then it resonates in the top. It's the sounds of A, U, and M. Ah, ooh, right? That's how we make the sound. So the ah is low, the ooh brings it up, and then the resonates in the top. So it's just another little trick, another little piece of this mystical, beautiful practice that helps us raise our vibration. And I like nothing more than the idea of thinking that I send you out into the community with your vibe and with your vibe as high as it can possibly be. So let's bring the hands together, take a deep breath in, and we'll sound Om together. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace to everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. Namaste, my friends. Namaste. Namaste to everyone on the lawn, to you guys back there. Even though I can't get back there to you, I feel you, I see you. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming. Happy Saturday. All right, so the clipboards, I'm sure, are floating around. I only have one up here in the front. There's one there, too. So bring the clipboards forward so then I get to see more of you. If I pull you in with the clipboards, then at least I get more hugs and I get to see more faces. Because sometimes I get a message later from someone, great class today, and I'm like, I didn't even know you were there, right? So let me see you. Yeah, a little connection. I have information about the upcoming teacher training this summer. My retreat in Georgia is over, so we don't need those anymore. I have schedules and passes and information on how to log in. If you have people that don't live here and you want to include them in your practice on Saturdays, you can have them log in. We stream live every Saturday on Facebook and on live stream. I have passes and magnets. If you want a magnet for your car or a pass for the studio, just come see me. I always have lots of information about what's happening for teachers and for you in the community. Oh, really big announcement. Before you go, listen up. Tomorrow is the full moon. That's why I wore my pants today, my moon pants today, right? So tomorrow night is the full moon. So I'm going to bring all of my crystal bowls. I have these crystal singing bowls, and I'm bringing them to the rooftop at Raw Juice on Federal Highway. You guys know the Raw Juice down here on Federal. So we're going to be on the rooftop from 7 to 7:30. I'm going to play the crystal bowls, and we're going to do a really beautiful full moon meditation. So it's a free event. I may accept donations. I'm collecting for a scholarship fund for teacher training that's coming up, so totally free. But if you wanted to support tuition for people who want to train and don't have enough money, then you could always make a little donation there. So the rooftop from 7 to 7:30. I think we could probably fit about 100 people up there, and we have about 65 or 70 already registered. So go online to my website or to the Yoga Journey website and check in, or you can just show up. We'll squeeze.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
Much. Wonderful.
You're welcome. You go to yogajourney.com, and there's a button that says Watch Live, and you click it, and when it opens up, if you're in between 9 and 10, it'll be streaming live. If not, then it's all archived. There's probably about 60 classes there. But here, you can take this so you don't have to remember. There's the information about the park. Yes.